everybody, I'm Jammer, and welcome to the Hype Cycle. Welcome, boys, to the Smash Bros. Hype Cycle. It's gonna be a fun ride this year, and oh my gosh, I cannot still believe it actually happened. We even predicted it. I said, you know what, I feel like it's gonna happen, but I still kept so reserved in that video. Everyone wants an announcement of those games, as do I, and I think it's time. I didn't want to get too excited because I'm like, you know what, just in case. Like, how it still feels like Smash is so an unrealistic prediction, but it's here, and this is coming out this year. That's the mind-blowing part. We have a lot to talk about. I already have like 3+ videos in the work, not to mention other stuff they may announce, in addition to some of your guys' ideas, thoughts on roster, thoughts on stages, thoughts on modes. And then on top of all that, there's still plenty of other games from the Direct yesterday that I still want to talk about, like the Splatoon 2 DLC, the Mario Tennis stuff, Captain Toad, you know, other stuff like, oh, what a time to be a Nintendo fan. If you're new here, definitely subscribe, because there's going to be a ton of Smash stuff coming out. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss out. There's some fun stuff lined up. Gonna be, dude, what a ride this hype cycle is gonna be every step of the way. Whew, your boy Jammer's here. Anyways, let's get into this. Let's talk about what I want to talk about today. After the Direct, or after the announcement of Smash, there was a little bit of a controversy, confusion, and people talking about on the internet, what game is this? Because they really just showed off, you know, the black logo, and it's just white background, nothing. They don't show off anything. It just said working title. We don't really know anything about it except for it's coming out this year, which is still insane. So the debate is this a port of the Wii U 3DS game? Is this Smash 4, a new iteration, the deluxe version on Switch? Or is this a brand new game? And after thinking about it for a while, looking over some of the evidence and stuff, I'm gonna, today in this video, talk about what is this game? Is it a port, or is it a new game? So, if you had asked me, even the day before yesterday, or even hours before the Direct, I would have said port. I would have definitely said port. Actually, even if you asked me a few months ago, I would have definitely said port. But as the month increasingly got closer to this, I got a little bit shaky on my confidence of it being a port. But I still felt like, you know, it's probably more than likely a port, just because, for example, I mean, Smash, I say only came out 4 years ago, but at the same time, it was 4 years ago. Smash games typically, though, take much longer to come out than that. I mean, it usually is once per console lifespan. Granted, obviously, we are on a new console now, but I mean, it just doesn't feel like that this game was that far away, which is kind of mind-blowing to think that this poster is 5 years old. Because this came out in 2013, if I'm not mistaken, anyways. God, I'm old. So anyways, the idea of it being a new game, that's what kind of holds people back, because it's like, it feels like it's too soon for a new Smash. It feels like it's literally the last development team, like, in order for the development team to actually be able to work on this and get it out within that 4-year span, you know? They must have been already working on Smash Switch during the development of the DLC characters and post, even like during the launch of, there's no way it could have worked out. However, many people have mentioned, and on Twitter and everywhere, if you look on the end of the trailer, it's when it talks about the copyright stuff and whatever, says that the developer is actually HAL Laboratory, who was not involved in Smash Wii U and 3DS. That was co-developed with Nintendo as well as Bandai Namco. They took a lot of the heavy lifting, they did a lot of the coding, stuff like that. They were the developers working on that game, the majority of it anyways. HAL Laboratory typically has been a part of the series, worked on Melee, probably worked on the other ones, I'm not entirely certain, but the one I know for certain it did work and help with Melee. Well, because I remember the dog with the eggs and the little logo of the game. Oh, I love that intro. So, the point being is this is technically a different developer that was working on the previous version, thus giving them more freedom and opportunity to have a longer development period of this game. The point being that they could have been developing this Smash Bros. Switch game before the release of this game, which is insane. I don't think that's realistic though, but technically they had the freedom to do it. Now there's also some other indications of that it might potentially not be a port. One of which just being the format of the trailer itself. I mean, the Wii U era of Smash trailers really branded themselves with the slicing fire and stuff like that. However, it did still have it, but it wasn't of the same style. I think if they put the Smash thing at the beginning of the trailer though, that would have just, first of all, it would immediately make everyone think it's exactly a port, because it's the still same branding of that kind of trailers, you know? And at the same time, it did help. If they did put it at the beginning, it would totally ruin the hype, because then they would know this is a Smash trailer, you know? And not be like, what is this? Another indication, if we're looking like at the raw version of the trailer, is the music itself. As far as I can tell, it's an unrecognizable track. I really tried to pick it out. I couldn't tell if it was this. Couldn't tell if it was like a Melee remix or something like that. I really can't tell what it is. It's so subtle. There's like a little bit of vocals in there. It seems pretty new, but at the same time, it's so subtle, it doesn't seem like it's a full track. So it could have been just something for hype or whatever for specifically that trailer. Or there's no indication that this is the new main theme of this Smash Brothers game or anything like that. But having that new song alone is at least a pointer that potentially it's not a port. While we're looking at the raw trailer, and still talk about this stuff, a lot of people have pointed out, and it's pretty fairly obvious, that Link is Breath of the Wild Link. And obviously in the past Smash Brothers, he was the Twilight Princess Link, because that was the most updated version, or that was like the most true version. I don't know, I can't remember the wording for it, but that was like the most iconic designed version of him, and that's what they, I don't know, whatever. Anyways, now that it's Breath of the Wild Link, this could mean one of many, many things. It could be just a skin swap. It could be just, literally, it's the same. If this is a port, it's just, you know, now he's Breath of the Wild Link, or maybe it's like couple of costumes Breath of the Wild Link, couple of costumes as Twilight Princess Link, or even like 6 of each, or whatever madness. Or this can indicate a lot more. It could just be skin swap, like I said, or even with a new game, it still could be just, oh, now you are the visual design of Breath of the Wild Link. But at the same time, this could mean so much more. I don't want to get too much into it. I do have a video later planned for this. But what if potentially they could be remixing Link's moveset, giving him a whole new design and making him feel like a brand new character? Because a lot of his moves feel kind of dated. A lot of the original 64 characters do feel that. And I do have a video coming up in the next few days, probably, give or take, where I'm going to be discussing and talking about the veterans, as well as, well, what are they going to do with the movesets? Are they going to be the same, remix, whatever? What would have been so hype, if Mario, because they showed off, you know, Mario, and then they showed Breath of the Wild Link, right? What if Mario had the freaking Cappy eyes on him? If that was true, if Mario had the Cappy eyes on him, that trailer would have been exponentially more hype. And that would lead credence even more to potentially new movesets and all that crazy stuff. Whew, that would have been insane. But I'm going to save that for another video. We're still talking about this other stuff. So another point leading to the credence of the new game, there we go, is the Smash Brothers website. So before yesterday, it was still the same website. Had the little colored boxes with all the character portraits in them. This logo, it had the 3DS stuff, it had information on like the player guide, it had the DLC character info, the DLC Mii Fighter, and all that stuff. Oh god, I almost said Mii Fighters. But now you go to the website and it's completely white. It now says switch to the title, and it says the new logo, Super Smash Brothers, and it says working title or something along the lines of that, and it just says watch the trailer, and that's it. Thus, if they were outright announcing this is a port, wouldn't they not like kind of just slide in with the other information on the website instead of completely replacing it? Because it's completely replaced, it kind of leaves credence that maybe this is a replacement, a new game to put the old generation behind, which is so wild to think. I still can't believe that's real. I still can't fathom that it might actually be a real game. I can't. And then there's also the idea of the logo itself. It is very similar to the past one, but obviously there are differences. There's like, the text itself is a little bit more refined. It's like thinner. It doesn't have like all the gradients and the outlines and the fire or whatever. It's just, but at the same time, they could be just making it more simplistic for this announcement trailer. So now it brings us back to the question, is this a port or is this a new game? There are a lot of things indicating that this potentially could be a brand new game, which to me still seems so unreal and like cannot even believe that's actually going to happen. To my expectations of what I have to believe, from what we've seen, it does seem like they are branding this like a new Smash Brothers. If it was a port, I feel like they would kind of just come out right and just say it, because I feel like a lot of fans at this point might be disappointed if maybe a month down the road they do announce that this is a port and it's literally like the same stuff. I feel like people could be, you know, a little upset just because like expectations weren't set at the beginning saying this is a port, don't get too hyped type deal. Because people are getting hyped. It's Smash, baby. But with that said, I still feel like some traits of the old game might be taken. Similar in a way of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but a little bit more expansive upon that. I kind of have a feeling that they might like take the foundation of this game and build upon it, refine the physics, obviously update the graphics, the characters, the whatever. I feel like they might take Smash 4 and use that as like a starting ground, a building blocks to then build upon and create Smash Switch. Because then it kind of like jumpstarts development a lot quicker, rather than starting from ground zero. Because like from 64 to Melee, from Melee to Brawl, they started completely over with the physics, the mechanics, the control, everything. Like they started from zero and built it back up. They may have taken a few things here and there. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not a developer on the freaking Smash games. But rather than starting completely over with this game, because that would require many years to actually output this. That's the thing. When you look at the last hype cycle of last Smash, I mean, they announced it, what, in summer of 2013? And then it came out, oh no. No, they announced it in like summer of 2012, and then it came out in 2014. They had a 2-year hype cycle, which was freaking amazing, by the way. I just want to point that out. It didn't really start ramping up until like 2013, though, give or take. So that's why it's crazy that this hype cycle for this game might be just months. It might be just months. They could really release this. I mean, like, the farthest away they're going to release it, let's pretend it's December, but there's no way in heck that it's going to be a December release. But if we even just pretend that, that's only 9 months of hype compared to 2.5 whatever years or however long the last one was. That's insane. So that's the kind of idea I have. I think that potentially, I think that it's going to be a new game. That's what, and it's mind-blowing to me. I can't even believe it might be a new game, but bring on the hype cycle, baby! I'm still okay if it is a port. If they come back saying, hey, this is a port, I'm totally fine with that too. They already have a new character, so it means there's going to be new content, new stuff to play. But I feel like they're going to take what they had in the last game and build upon it. You know, rebalance the game, change the physics a little bit, like tweak them, perfect them, instead of completely starting over with a brand new game, like starting at ground zero anyways. But what do you guys think? Do you think we're going to be getting a port, or is this a brand new game? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to give this video a big, awesome like if you are a Smash fan, and if you're excited for Smash Switch, because there is going to be a ton of videos on this channel about Smash. Oh yeah, man! And speaking of which, if you haven't already, definitely subscribe for tons more on Smash Switch. Like, trust me. There's already a few, like I said, I already have videos planned within this week, let alone within the however many months of hype we have. Trust. I hope you join us for this hype. Hope you join our little community, and I don't know. It's gonna be a fun ride, and I can't wait. This is insane to me. Still can't believe it. Thanks again, guys, so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.